everybody. I'm Hillary Atkin from the Atkin Report, and I'm so excited to welcome Pete Mroz from The Voice to this edition of Hillary's Happy Hour. Pete, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you? You good?
Really good.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for having me. This is going to be fun. I'm excited. I'm I'm
Me,
I'm I'm
me
anxious.
too.
What do you got? Come on.
Well, season 20 is already off to a great start, and your blind audition of Blind Faith, Can't Find My Way Home, is already a classic. However, when you pointed to Blake during it, no one knew the deeper significance of that.
Right.
And I just wanted to talk to you about how tough of a decision was that for you to choose Blake.
It was difficult. I've said this before that when I walked on stage, I was very, very focused. It was a kind of interesting thing that you go into because it's really quiet in the studio, especially with the virtual crowd there, um, with the times where there's not a live audience. However, I walked up those stage, turned to the left, got in front of the microphone, 2, 3, 4, here we go, boom, come down off your throne, and start singing. And I was so focused on the virtual crowd because in my mind, I knew they're my audience. Those are the people, right? So I didn't even see John turn. Like
Really?
I mean, I saw him turn, but I didn't know it was him. I didn't. I mean, I it's not that I don't know who John Legend is because I definitely do. I just was honed in. And then when Blake turned in my subconscious, I knew that's where he sat because I love the show and I've watched it. And that's when I kind of got out of my little kind of focus for a moment. And I turned at him and pointed at him like, all right, cowboy. Yeah, here we go. Come on. And it was and at that moment I was I was totally not focused. I was like having a conversation in my head going like, I wonder if Kelly's gonna turn. Like and then I thought, wow, wait, John Legend turned. Oh my God. Hang on a second. I got two of them. And there was a note in the end that I was gonna sing. And there's a thing, I play golf, and there's a thing that if you're ahead in golf, and just hit it down the middle, man. Just hit it down the middle. And so I was gonna try to hit that last note to get Kelly to turn, but I was like, nah, just hit it down the middle, man. Just finish the song.
It was incredible for viewers to see this all unfold. And, it was so exciting when John did turn for you, and the song was great. I mean, everybody recognized it, as one of these classic rock
Yeah.
songs that we haven't heard a lot of on The Voice. But, then when it was revealed during your interplay after your performance ended, you knew Blake. And please tell us more about when you guys jammed together in the Young Writers.
Yeah, so we knew each other in the early would be probably mid 90s. So that's going to date both of us, Blake and myself.
Right.
And I thought I was older than him. I got him by a year, so I guess I'm his elder. So, but we were in this group that was called the Young Writers, and the Young Writers wasn't a band, and we didn't like have drums and all this. It was usually like 4 or 5 writers that would collectively always come together in the same group or pairing, and we would go to a writers' night. And in Nashville, Tennessee, there's this big, wonderful songwriting community where you do writers' nights. And I play a song, you play a song, the next person plays a song. So a lot of times you can get writers that they have great songs, but the continuity is not there, right? Well, that was the whole purpose of the Young Writers, was to have continuity with these writers. So you had myself that was kind of playing like Garth Brooks country music. And then you had my friend Robin English, who was playing Texas, like good Texas music, country. And then you had Blake that was singing Oklahoma, come on, somebody, have me some fun. You know what I mean? He's singing like real oaky country, and then we'd have someone that maybe sang like Texas swing, but it all worked, you know. And we would maybe noodle along, you know, because we'd heard the songs a couple times. And I think we played probably for, I don't know, maybe a year and a half on and off. It wasn't all the time, you know. It would just be, and you know, man, I didn't even see Blake outside of it. It was only when the show happened, before the show or something, I would poke fun, you know. He's gonna hate this, but I vaguely remember, and you're gonna get this one. Here you go. I won't say this too many times. I had a crush on his sister way back then, a long time ago. I remember him looking at me one time and looking down on me because he's so tall. And he's like, man.
Don't do it. Don't go there.
Oh, it was so awesome.
You know, because you guys have that incredibly unique history that no one else can ever say, what's it like being back together with Blake? And also, what do you hope to learn from him this season, Pete?
It's very interesting being back together with Blake, because you know how you have a relative that you haven't seen forever? You haven't seen them, but you still feel connected somehow, some way. And you know kind of what they're doing via people here and there, but you don't ever see them. You know what I mean? That kind of connection. That's how it feels with Blake. Like, I haven't seen him in 25 years, but over the years, I know people that know of him, and how can you not see Blake? He's everywhere. You know, he's like,
Yes.
you know, there's all you see is all the time, everywhere, you know? So by seeing him and talking to him, it felt kind of like a reunion, you know, where even though he didn't remember, when he was watching me, if you watch back, normally Blake is like he's kind of moving along and trying to get the artist to, like, you know, he's doing something to get the artist to kind of pick him, right?
Right.
But he was really like, kind of had this look on his face like, how do I know this guy? I could see that when I was singing, that he was kind of giving me this weird kind of stare. I'm like, he doesn't know it's me.
Right.
He doesn't know. And then when I said the name that I used to sing under, because I went under Pete Mitchell way back in the day, because my last name is difficult to say. So,
right.
And, you know, I had some people tell me to change my name, you know, so for a temporary time, I went by Pete Mitchell. And when I said that name, was it not epic to watch him drop his head and be like, oh my God. Like,
right. It was when you said the name Pete Mitchell that it all came back to him.
I think the thing that makes this so fun is that it was so genuine, right? I mean, all the way down to like Kelly. I mean, her laugh was just like epic.
It was
epic. And then I could see like Blake with his head down thinking, oh my God, I'm never going to hear the end of this.
Well, it is going to be one of the joyful things to watch this season. And I know you have to get back to rehearsing, Pete, but yes. I wanted to raise a toast to you and your continued success on The Voice.
Thank
you.
And I
look forward to sharing your journey with you.
Oh, you too. Well, thank you for following, and thank you for taking this time and talking to me. So here's to you.
Thank you. Cheers to you.
Wow. Cheers.